it is class time yet again. Today, my beautiful people, we are going to be learning about stalkers. I am talking about scary, very, very dangerous stalkers, okay? Stalkers that become so infatuated by you, so intrigued by you, that they make it their life's mission to follow you, to find out where you go, where you live, what you look like inside your home, what you do inside of your home, who really just want to become a part of your life, but in a very, very scary, creepy way. Now today, you guys, I collected a bunch of examples to show you of stalkers and what they look like. Not only that, but the things they do that make people uncomfortable and that can give you signs that yes, you may actually be getting stalked by someone. You know when you're just walking down the street and you feel like someone's watching you? Or even when you're sitting on the couch at home watching TV and you just feel like someone is behind you? Well, I promise the videos that I'm about to show you are going to make you think that yes, I might actually be getting watched right now. So first tip of the day before we even start, lock those doors, close those blinds, don't let anyone be able to peep inside your home. Now one more final thing before we get started, make sure to comment down below that you're here, okay? Because I am taking attendance and I want to know that you're paying attention. Now let's get started with this lesson. Now this very first case we're going to talk about is going to help you guys learn so much about what type of things to look out for and to avoid. We're going to be talking about the Salim stalker. A woman in South Korea noticed that as she was walking home, she was actually being followed by a man. This man was very creepy, okay, and he made her feel very uncomfortable. She was actually walking home when he followed her all the way to her building, and get this, when she got into the building and got into the elevator, he followed after her and actually went into the same elevator that she went into. Many people speculate that he purposely pressed a higher floor than her so as not to arouse suspicion and not worry her, which is exactly what you want to do, guys, okay? If you feel like something's off, if you feel like someone might be following you, be worried, be scared, be prepared. It's better to worry for no reason than not to worry and end up in a bad situation. Always watch your surroundings. Always question everything around yourself. I will always rather take being the person that overreacts and is a bit more paranoid than the person who thinks nothing of a situation and then ends up in a bad predicament. Thankfully, this girl had that bad feeling, and once she left that elevator, she got extremely lucky. Let's watch and see what happens. Do you see how lucky she got in this particular moment? Now in this clip, you're gonna notice this guy is standing around for quite a while. He is waiting for her to either come out once again or unlock the door. This girl got so lucky and yet so unlucky at the same time. He is still just standing there, waiting for a moment, waiting for her to open that door. Honestly, I think he's even trying to open the door himself. Alright guys, so what we saw in this video is this girl walked out of the elevator. He followed her very closely, but waited for her to get out first so as, again, not to worry her, not to freak her out even more. We notice in this clip that the moment she gets into the apartment, the door locks. Now, a lot of doors don't have this, but this specific door auto-locked, which means as soon as the door closes, it automatically locks by itself. That right there is what definitely saved this girl's life. Many people wonder and speculate what would have happened if she was just 1 second too late, or if the door didn't lock. You can see this guy is trying to get inside, so if it was unlocked, I feel like this story would have had a way different outcome. I've even read in places that many believe this guy actually used his phone flashlight to look at her keypad on the door and try to figure out what the password was based on her fingerprints. This footage actually went viral in South Korea and the guy turned himself in. So he has since been arrested and this girl is thankfully very safe right now. But we can learn a lot from this clip. First of all, auto locks can save your life. Second of all, just because you go in an elevator with someone and they press a different button doesn't mean that you're safe, okay? If you you feel uncomfortable, get out of that elevator, okay? Scream for help, scream fire. It's actually been proven that when a lot of people scream for help, a lot of people don't actually help them out or look their way because they're worried for their own safety. So the best thing to do in these types of situations, instead of screaming for help, scream fire. Even if there is no fire, if you feel like you're in immediate danger, scream fire. Because when people hear fire, it automatically makes them worry for their own safety, so they are going to run and either help you out, or at least you're gonna get someone's attention. Either way, this girl was clearly alone in this building. There don't seem to be people walking up and down the stairs or in and out of the elevator, so she was in a really uncomfortable situation where she was pretty much isolated with this man. All in all, she is safe, but take note, kids, get those auto locks. And even more importantly, trust your freaking gut. If you feel like something's wrong, get yourself out of there. I would rather you guys be safe than sorry. Alright guys, this next clip we're gonna speak about is honestly, I think, the craziest thing that I never thought would ever happen to anyone, but it happened to this poor guy. So a man had noticed that food has started going missing in his New York apartment, and immediately he was like, it must be my girlfriend, okay? My girlfriend must be eating all this food behind my back. So he actually confronted his girlfriend about it and said, hey, listen, like, are you eating all my food? And she said, no, are you crazy? Like, why would I go behind your back to eat your food? But he thought he was gonna outsmart her and put a camera in his kitchen to catch her in the act. Can you believe that? This guy took matters into his own hands, but what he found was something that I'm sure he never expected and would honestly be my biggest fear. Now let's watch the video and I'll fill you guys on the rest after. So this is his kitchen. We can see there's a little door, table, there's a fridge in the corner, and now we see somebody making their way inside. You can tell whoever this is, they're trying to be very quiet as to not wake up the person living in the apartment. I mean, she's obviously been doing it successfully because this guy had no freaking idea. I mean, it takes her a long time to even just get off that table, down the stool, onto the ground. That's how quiet and careful she is being. And now she's at the fridge, drinking what seems to be like milk or juice. This is just so freaking creepy. It's so weird to me. She's just so casually standing there. Now that we watched the video, I'm gonna fill you in on more of the story. So obviously, as you guys figured, this woman is not the girlfriend of the guy. This person is an actual stalker who had gotten in through the fire escape of this guy's building. She was actually hiding in a storage unit for weeks this entire time, and when he was asleep, she would walk out and eat all of his food. Now obviously, once he saw this footage, he immediately left his apartment and called the police, who told him this information. Now my question to you guys is, do you think this woman had bad intentions, or do you think she was just trying to find a nice place to sleep and some food? I feel like either way, this is extremely creepy and disrespectful to whoever's apartment this is, to just walk in there and hide and eat their food. But I do wonder, did she actually have bad intentions, or do you think she was just trying to get by? You guys, we can learn so much from this. When you get home, check your house. Make sure no one's freaking hiding in there. If you have that one loft or that like one basement that you just never go inside, go inside from time to time. Check up on your area, your surroundings. Is there anyone in there? Is there anything suspicious? Thankfully, this guy was not hurt and everything was resolved. But you know, look out for yourself. Make sure there's no one living in your apartment. Okay, this next story, I feel like a lot of you are going to get terrified by. Even I got scared, because this is a story about a little kid, okay? This kid looks very young, and he was targeted by a stalker by the name of Mr. Slim. So this kid actually received an anonymous note at his front door. It stated that this man would show up on a specific date at 6 p.m. in front of this kid's house. So when this day came, it was November 28th, 2012, this kid decided to tell his parents that he felt sick and wanted to stay home from school. Now his parents obviously had errands to run or work to go to, so he stayed home alone. He didn't tell his parents, which I believe was his first mistake. If you feel like someone might be stalking you or you feel uncomfortable, always tell your parents parents, okay? Your parents are not gonna get mad at you. They're going to help you out. So this kid's whole plan was, I'm gonna stay home, I'm gonna catch this guy on camera, and I'm gonna get him in trouble. So let's watch and see what this kid caught on camera. It's absolutely insane. This is so terrifying. Someone is just standing right in front of his door and he is home alone, okay? This is the most terrifying thing. Okay, opening the front door. I don't know if that's a good idea. Even if it looks like he's gone, you never really know. So as you guys can see in the clip, the kid looked away for 1 second. He looked back and Mr. Slim was no longer there. First of all, I want to say so much respect to this kid for being so brave and catching this person on camera. We can definitely learn a lot from this little kid. First of all, always record, okay? If you feel like you can get footage of something, or if you feel like you're in danger, record if you can. If you feel like it won't put you in danger and actually might help you catch this person, try to get it on tape. And most importantly, one thing that we learned that I feel like you guys have to know is always tell mom and dad, okay? They're there to protect you. They're not going to get mad at you. I promise you, it's always better, again, to be safe than be sorry. Luckily, this kid is safe now and everything turned out fine, but he was home alone because he didn't tell his parents. And although he did get lucky, it could have gone way worse. I also do think that if you do see someone in front of your home, even if they look like they're not there anymore, don't leave your house. Call the police, call for help, because for all we know, this guy could have hid in the bushes and just waited for him to come out. Luckily, it ended fine. We're fine. The kid's fine. Everyone's fine. But just something to keep in mind. Are you writing this down? You better be writing all of this down, okay? I want to hear down in the comments below that you're keeping track, okay? You're writing down your notes and you're paying attention, because this could save your freaking life. All right, guys, the last clip we're going to be looking at today is very concerning. So a man had gotten into his car and was just driving, okay? Suddenly, a random guy popped up in front of his car and would not let him move. He wouldn't let him go through. He wouldn't step away from the car. And the man driving said that this person's eyes looked very weird. We don't know if he was under the influence. We don't know what was wrong with him, but he looked extremely scary. Not only that, but he was not responding to anything. He really seemed out of it, and he really did seem dangerous. It was in the middle of the night, okay? There was no one around, and obviously this guy driving wasn't just gonna run the guy over, so he was just kind of stuck in this situation with this man in front of his car. Now, before this video even started, the guy said that he did call the police, but it was taking them a while to get there, and 10 minutes later, the police still hadn't shown up. This guy was still in front of his car and would just not move. So let's see what happens before the police get there and what happens when they do finally arrive on the scene. So he is just frozen in place. And every time the guy tries to back up, he follows closer to the car. I don't like the way he's walking. He's really creepy, this guy. It's weird because he's not trying to attack him, but he is too calm and weird the way he's moving. I really don't like this, you guys. Okay, so now the guy is trying to turn away from him and he keeps running in front of the car so that he can't go through the intersection. He is in the middle of the road, okay? He could get hit by a car so easily. He does not care. Okay, so this is where the cops come and try to get this guy arrested. At first, he still keeps following the car. He does not care that there are police around him. And out comes the taser. as you guys see, thankfully he was arrested and no one actually got hurt. Many speculate that this guy had to have been under the influence or something, or in some sort of episode, because obviously this is not normal human behavior. Not only that, but even when the cops approached him, he seemed to not care at all. He didn't even really fight back when they ended up arresting him. It really looks like he's not all there. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lot from all these examples of stalkers. Let's go back and review our notes, okay? Always make sure your doors are locked, blinds are down. If you feel like you're in danger, say something. It's better to overreact than to say nothing at all and be in danger. If you do get the chance and you can do so safely, make sure to at least get a photo or a recording of whoever might be stalking you or endangering you. Tell mom and dad, okay? Please tell mom and dad. Call the police. If you're in a house and you feel like someone's outside, don't leave your home. Make sure the doors are locked and stay inside. And remember, if you're in danger, yell fire, okay? Because that makes everyone think that they're in danger as well, and it gives you a higher chance of them paying more attention. I hope you guys learned something new with me today. There are very scary people out there, so we have to make sure to be safe and help each other out. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video. Tell me what you learned. Which incident was the scariest to you? In my personal opinion, I feel like the Mr. Slim story was the scariest, but I'm so glad that everyone we spoke about in this video is safe and sound. Before you go, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Turn the notification bell on, because if you don't, you may not get notified when I upload. Okay, class is now dismissed. Go have fun. Go hang out with your friends. I love you guys forever and ever. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.